So, fight night this weekend. Do you have anything you want to mention? I mean,
When I look at Manel Kopp, I can't help but remember his tussle with that. Who was the guy who they
was it
got rid of?
Mokaev?
Mokaev. That's right. Yeah, Mokaev,
Mokaev.
because I don't know, he couldn't get along with the matchmakers, but I thought that was a lot of fun drama, and now he's fought at least once since then, and he's just kind of he's consummate professional. But I do think that he's got a big chip on his shoulder. I think that's where we could see a little drama from him. To be honest with you, I don't know who. I've not heard of the guy.
Yeah, shows what casuals we are. I didn't even know that Kazakhstan had any people besides Shavkat and Borat.
Yeah, total.
But
population.
It is the flyweight division, so I'd give myself a little slack there because people just pay less attention to the flyweight division overall.
Yeah.
But other than that, Cody Brundage, who we actually mentioned at the genesis of this podcast when we did our live PowerPoint presentation on UFC 100.
Yeah.
He was Bo Nichols' cannon fodder. So the landscapers have decided that now is the perfect time to stand on my front porch with leaf blowers. I don't know.
No, the noise canceling is doing pretty good, so I think that worked.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I even had to say about this one. I don't know if you have anything else.
Yeah, I just think that because Julian Marquez is Julian is the missile crisis, right? Oh, now the dogs are barking.
The Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, they don't like the guy on the porch. But yeah, that is a fantastic nickname. I wish there was an easy way for me to see all the nicknames at once on the UFC site. I have to click into them.
That's when we have a website. We should just have nickname rankings, and then you can see 1 through 500 in the world nickname rankings.
Yeah,
but no, I think that I was doing a little research on that that fight, and came up with because I'm always looking for beef, and there's no beef yet, no trash talk yet. But Cody Brundage kind of has an I'll punch anything attitude, and Marquez has kind of like a I'm too pretty to lose energy. So I think that could be some oil and water.
Man,
so
I
don't
just
know.
tried to
we can
put
see. We'll see if there's any drama that comes from that. I think that one could be kind of fun.
I just tried to put the main event Asu Bayev into the his nickname is like Zulfikar. I just tried to put it into Google Translate for Kazakh, and it came up nothing. It said, "Is this Indonesian?" And I translated that, and it said Zulfikar still.
Is it the quiet killer?
Is that what you're getting?
That's what
I put into Google Translate. It gave me nothing.
Let's see here. It's not coming up.
As far as actual names go, not nicknames, I feel like Nasrat Hasparat, or however you say that, is just a fun one to say.
Nasrat Parast. Yeah, I like the way you said it better.
Yeah, Nasrat Hasparat. That's how Chael would probably say it.
Yeah. I've got a beef alert between Hyder Emil and William Gomez. That I think Emil's nickname is Hurricane, and it kind of says it all. He's like chaos incarnate. Gomez is I don't know if Gomez is lost yet. So like a little chaos versus an undefeated guy, that could be kind of fun. I'll definitely be watching that one.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know that I've seen I can't think of a fighter from the Philippines besides this guy.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. You don't see that too often. But Hyder Emil, the Hurricane from the Philippines.
Fan Freak Watch, Cop Starboy Posse versus Almabayev's Kazakh Faithful, which doesn't surprise me because Kazakhstan has, very few fighters. So that could be kind of a fun thing to watch. So if there's a silly prediction, I don't know. I feel like Cop might do a post-fight dance, having seen some of his, like Starboy grandstanding stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
What's
Yeah,
his story with his Portuguese flag? Like, did his parents go there or something from another country, or his name doesn't sound Portuguese? He doesn't look Portuguese.
so he was born in Angola, but he
Okay.
is a Portuguese fighter. Does Portugal own or Portugal does yeah, who owns Angola? Because he's
I think
Google says
Angola.
that he is a yeah. So I thought Google says that he's an Angolan born Portuguese fighter.
Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
I didn't know that was possible. I guess you can identify as anything these days.
on January 30th,
Angolan Portuguese
2024,
professional mixed martial artist.
Manel's manager Ali Abdelaziz announced that the former had converted to Islam.
Oh, good.
That's the same manager Ali Abdelaziz that like managed Habib and all those guys. That Connor had his famous uh like rant about it, calling him a terrorist rat. You know,
I kind of don't say anything.
I
So,
personally don't know anything about Ali Ibrahim Abdelaziz, so
except how to pronounce his name, I guess. Well, anyway, it should be a fun
I've
fight.
heard John Anik say it about 1,000 times.
What?
I said I've heard John Anik say it about 1,000 times.
John Anik says it in just that way that only John Anik can say it too. So,
Looks
but
like he
no,
also manages Gaethje. Didn't know that.
really. So watch
Yeah.
out for Gaethje to convert to Islam at some point.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's unlikely. I would not make a bet on that. So
Would I get us canceled if I said that Justin Gaethje fights kind of like a insane jihadi who just does not care if he lives or dies?
regardless of whether it will get us canceled or not, in the edit, I'm gonna like just make that go silent and put like a dot over your mouth so people will not know what you just said about Justin Gaethje. Oh,
That's
man.
fine.
The best thing about perhaps the best thing about this fight night, it's an Apex fight in Las Vegas, fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, is that the prelims start at 4:00 and the main card starts at 7. So you can watch all of this crowd noiseless, JV fighting, and then go out. And
Oh my gosh. Hope we never run into any of these guys in Vegas.
It's like the minor leagues, when you're at the.
Oh
the
my
Apex.
gosh.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stop talking.
Freaking
Let's talk about 3:13.
Cuban Missile Crisis is about to kill us both at the same time.
I feel like UFC 313, I think it's going to be a great fight. The card's obviously undergone some notable recent changes with Dan Hooker withdrawing from the co-main event against our boy Justin Gaethje. But as of today, we've got a pretty good lineup, including the main card, which is just kind of has turned into must-see TV. Alex Pereira, Poatan, the champ, the 3-time defending champ now. Shama fighting Magomed Ankalaev, and this should be like Alex's best test yet, I would say.
People have been asking for this one for a long time.
I've been asking
I'm
for
very interested to see how it plays out. I know Ankalaev
Yeah.
said, like many other people who have fought Alex before, that he's going to strike with him. He doesn't want to use his wrestling, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about this. I think that there's no beef. I think, Pereira does his best to look menacing and angry, but Poatan's been living his best life, smashing skulls, chugging beers, always going viral with his Chama phrase, working out shirtless in the desert. Ankalaev,
Nina Drama.
Nina Drama, working out and kicking Nina Drama's legs. Ankalaev is the guy that he'd probably like rather glare at you than trash talk. So it's probably not going to be a spicy promo in the lead up. But I feel like the tension's pretty thick. Ankalaev has been whining for a long time about not getting a title shot, so he's getting it here, and Potan's standing there shrugging his shoulders saying, "Come and take it, bro."
Yeah. Ankalaev, he's from Dagestan. He has to be Muslim as well, right? He's got like the beard with the kind of shaved upper lip like a lot of the other guys do, but a lot of times you see him with the full beard, including the mustache. So
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
He looks like he goes to the same barber as Shara Bullet, you know? Um, he's a devout Muslim, is what it says. So
Okay, that checks out. I figured I don't know the exact details of the rules, but I think they're not supposed to have hair on their upper lip, and I feel like you always see Uncle Iyab with a little bit of that. Whereas
breaking a few rules.
Hamzat Chimaev, he's like squeaky clean, shaves that thing every day. It seems,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you've thought as much about their beards as I have.
No, but I feel like it's a valuable perspective to bring to the fight. I'm going to start in my notes, my podcast notes, start taking some notes on the beard so I can have intelligent conversation with you.
But man, Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje, brain damage Olympics. I hope it doesn't go the way of Habib and Tony Ferguson in their prime, where the fight was made like 6 times and never happened or whatever. I hope we do get to see that one day, even though we probably shouldn't hope for that for both of their health. But
yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this generates any beef, because you got Hooker saying that if he had his way, he might fight. They were ready for the throwdown. It was going to be 5 rounds, which was totally appropriate. Hooker's hand exploded, and this could have energy. Gaethje saying another guy's ducking me, and Hooker posted pictures of his hand like he's some kind of martyr or something like that. I think he said that he broke his finger, quote, clean off. And then I saw him talking on a podcast yesterday saying that if he had his choice, he would fight. So it makes me think that maybe I don't really know what's going on there, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I mean, Gaethje's in limbo. I'm hoping he'll fight a last minute wild card, a little understudy here, because Gaethje's a freaking highlight reel waiting to happen. And one of my favorites to watch. So
I mean, his nickname is the highlight.
Yeah, exactly. With a nickname like that,
who do you think he's most likely to fight?
Man, I don't know. Let's see what the rankings have.
I'm seeing
another note that I took was that Gaethje bleeds like is his job. So pair him with anybody who swings, and we've got some red canvas. So that might be my, depending on who he gets paired up with, that might be my certified bloodbath of the night. Lock it in.
I think that also could be a fight of the night for sure. Like anytime whoever Justin fights, it's always awesome to watch.
It's always incredible. I don't think that Charlie's ready to go right now.
He's pretty calculated with his.
Well, he and Poirier fought before, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
But that could be fun, though. Like if Poirier wanted another one with him.
So they fought twice actually. The first time Poirier won, I think by knockout. This was several years ago, and then the last time they fought, a little more recently, Gaethje knocked him out with a head kick. So they're 1-1. So that would be a trilogy.
But I don't think that Poirier is ready. I don't think he's been training for anything. Has he?
I have seen him tweet though that he wants one more.
Yeah.
Max, I feel like I'm not sure. After the loss to Topuria and what the Topuria situation is at all. I don't know if like Chandler, he's already got a bout scheduled for Miami, right, against Paddy Pimblett. So it won't be him.
Paddy Pimblett could fight.
Mateusz Gamrot, who recently lost to Hooker. Beneil Dariush, or Money Moicano.
Money Moicano. Paddy Pimblett could fight him.
I could see Money Moicano jumping in, get that check.
Money Moicano could.
Justin and Rafael Fiziev have fought before, but that was a great fight. I would watch that again. Let's see
what who is most likely to step in to fight. We're going to see what AI thinks. Brought to you by Grok, XAI's 3rd gen AI model. Send us a check for that sponsorship to our twos of listeners. Okay, so AI agrees. Money Moicano, standout candidate. He's already volunteered, tweeting that 2 weeks is good. He'd be ready with minimal sparring. Moicano's got a rep for saying yes to anything. Case in point, he jumped into a title fight against Islam Makhachev on 1 day's notice at 311. So, Money Moicano.
So yeah, maybe Grok 4 will have insights that I don't, but Grok 3 is not there yet.
Grok 3, hey, don't insult our sponsors, man. Where did my notes go? Hold on here. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you want to lock it in? Money Moicano? I'm sure you did, but I lost the feed for a second. So
I'm here.
Okay. Who else we got? Jalen Turner.
He's fighting on the fight night this week, right? Or is he on 313? He's either on 313 or he's if he's already on that card, he could be the one to step up.
No. I'm saying he is already, I believe.
Oh yeah. So Jalen Turner could step up and fight Gaethje. That's a big change.
He's got a bout right now with Ignacio Bahamondes.
That's a fun name to say.
I know. Bahamondes. That's some tall guy chaos there. Because let's see, they're both 6'3". Kind of interesting, like 6'3" fighting at lightweight. Can you imagine being 155 at 6'3"?
I believe there are certain communities that would call them skinny legends.
Yeah, totally. 6'3" of a menace. Bahamondes, La Hula, the cage, screams unspoken, I'm the real spider here vibes, because we got 2 spiders fighting. I guess combined they'd make 1 spider.
But I would like to see Ignacio Bahamondes step into the octagon and say, my name is Ignacio Bahamondes. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And then fight and
you can
hopefully not kill the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name just reminds me of the Princess Bride for some reason.
It's incredible. So Bahamondes, didn't he just... When did he... No, he had a spinning wheel kick knockout against somebody a long time ago.
You would know better than I.
I just took the note and I didn't write down who it was. Christos Gallegos with a head kick in the first round of UFC 90 is like one of those highlights that make highlight reels cry.
I'm sorry, did you just say UFC 90?
UFC Fight Night. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. UFC Vegas 90.
Okay.
He's an old guy.
He fought at UFC 90 in 2007 or whenever that was.
He's still fighting. He's hanging in there.
Like Jim Miller.
I think both these guys are kickers. I think it's, they're like, it's going to look like an audition for a freaking ninja movie if we're lucky. And you know how it is. Long limbs and wild striking equal cuts galore. So, I'm hoping for a slasher movie here. Like, let's paint the canvas red. And then at the end of it, I want them, or even before, as Bruce is announcing them, I want somebody to make them both stand in the middle of the octagon back to back so we can see who's really taller at 6'3". Because I have a feeling one of them is maybe lying.
Maybe.
Next fight up, one of our favorite nicknames, or favorite nicknames turned least favorite, King Green.
King Green.
King Green versus Maurizio Ruffi. Now, how do you say that?
Probably, if he's Brazilian, right? Probably Hoofy.
You're right. It probably is Hoofy. So,
which is like the bikes.
Hoofy. I ride my Hoofy bike to the fight. Not Brazilian accent either, by the way.
Yeah, that sounded like Borat.
Accent to me, except maybe British and Australian, sounds like Borat.
So I can't think of a fighter off the top of my head. Can you think of a fighter where you say their nickname first, typically, and then their real name?
The Notorious.
Conor McGregor. Perfect. Yeah, because you don't say Conor the Notorious McGregor.
Yeah,
the Notorious
kind of fun.
McGregor.
Or you could say
then
Conor Mick the Notorious Gregor.
that's something Tito Ortiz would say.
Tell him how I make my money.
Victorious the No Conor Gregor.
Oh man, he's a terrible.
So where I was going with that was we've got the notorious Conor McGregor, and then we've got the way most fighters do it, Justin the Highlight Gaethje with the nickname in the middle. When we say King Green,
oh, good point.
are we saying the nickname first and then the full name, or are we saying the first name, then the nickname, then the last name?
So my argument would be we're saying the nickname first. King Green.
Okay.
Like King, Sir King Green.
Gotcha.
That's
that,
where where are you at?
That I hadn't thought that deeply about it yet, but your logic makes perfect sense to me. I like it.
Nicknames to me are like beards to you. This is what I care about with the fight.
Yeah.
And then like what back hair is to both of us. If there's some back hair in this.
I don't remember that guy's name, but there's that one guy who's got just the one wing.
So it's like a wing. It's like an angel wing of back hair. Yeah. For our twos of followers, if you remember who that is, put that in the comments. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe.
Yeah. Really helps us out on the algorithm.
Yeah, it truly does. Yeah. I feel like I put my notes on drama. King Green's coming off a bit of a roller coaster, and he had that like huge "I'm not retiring" rant that we all kind of got lost in. And then Kofi is 10-1, I think, is what my note had with 9 finishes. So that's going to be a pretty good clash. Bloody potential. They've both been cut before. Blood could be on the menu. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. Green is his nickname King? Is he Bobby now? Is it King Green?
King Bobby Green. Bobby is his nickname. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I would guess that because of some of what I perceive as Kofi's roughshod fooling around and talking, that Green's probably got a little bit of an itch to humble him too. So,
are you on the UFC's just their website looking at the card?
I'm on ESPN actually, and send our check. Okay. ESPN for the sponsorship.
I don't know if you are looking at the same picture of King Green that I am.
Where he's like,
yeah, he would kill us both. But for some reason, the vibes I'm getting from that picture is like, I don't even know. Like, I could just see like a 7-year-old kid like trying to look super tough, or like maybe he's really mad that his mom just said he can't have ice cream, or like something like that, you know?
Yeah, I definitely get it. It's like the boulder shoulder version of ILS.
Yes.
You know? I dig it.
Anyway, I like the pose.
Yeah. And then we've got Curtis Razor Blades, right?
Yeah, in the prelims. Wowie.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. So he's like, I don't know, grumpy veteran who hates the hype train, and then he's fighting. Do you know this guy, Rizvan Kuniev?
Yeah, he makes fantastic electric trucks. Actually, they're too expensive though.
Rizvan, yes, yeah, rival to Elon Musk's Tulsa.
Yeah, Curtis Blades is going to knock him out and then get on the mic like Derek Lewis, where he's like, "Y'all know I had to knock this Russian mother out. America in this hoe." Like, it's an Elon versus Rivian beef going on in the prelims there.
The Nate Diaz, y'all know where it's at, America, mother, you know?
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest rants of all time. Almost illegible.
It's coming to our gym to do a seminar soon.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When?
I'm pretty excited.
I should come down.
He's not quite sure yet, but they're planning like a family trip to Disney World.
Do you guys think that you'll be able to understand him? Hopefully.
Yes.
Probably bring his translator.
I have plenty of very stupid friends at jiu-jitsu that, you know, Nate's he'll make Nate look great, like a scholar.
Yeah, the way around. Yeah, I don't know. Heavyweight fights could sometimes end in split foreheads. You know me, always looking for blood. And then Curtis Blades, as a wrestling master, his takedowns are absolutely soul crushing. And I wouldn't want a guy of Curtis's size sitting on me. So my prediction is this one kind of ends up being a snooze fest. But
yeah,
what happens.
Probably.
So
I mean, I don't honestly know how Rivian even got the fight. He's 2-0.
yeah, that's interesting.
In his picture, he's wearing Dana White's Contender Series gloves, not even UFC gloves. So I think this might be his UFC debut. So it's strange that he got such a high ranked guy and he's so up there on the card.
So wait, maybe does he have a professional career outside of that? Have you looked at Tapology?
I'm pulling it up right now
The most
because
prepared UFC podcast on the planet.
so that's interesting. This says 13-2.
Yeah, but it's probably other professional fights.
Can I not read? No, the UFC website says he's 2-0.
Yeah, because 2-0 on the Contender Series. Had one no contest in the PFL, and then a bunch of other pro fights in other promotions, lesser promotions, if you will.
Yeah.
So,
Why aren't those being counted, though? Those are usually counted.
I wonder if it's
among...
because once he got into the Contender Series, they go null and void.
I've never seen that before. Typically, I feel like everyone's entire pro. Anyway, that's interesting. I've never seen that before.
In other news, I don't think we've talked about this, but the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh yes.
So
it's
the Ultimate Fighter Season 33 applications are now open. If you and I should, maybe we should apply and show our application on this podcast for a little notoriety. It'd be kind of like watching the American Idol auditions, but not the people who are actually good, the people who like do the shebang and get laughed at, you know, and then like argue with Paul Abdul because he uses autotune.
Except instead of just getting laughed at and being made a public mockery, there's just like, I'm just picturing like a jump cut now to like one of us getting knocked out in 3 seconds in like our fight to qualify to get into the house onto the show.
So I'm looking at the application right now. It's 14 pages long. We need first and last name, and then obviously our fight nickname. So, you know, I'd obviously my nickname would be.
I don't know. I wasn't prepared.
Probably the Admiral.
Okay. The Admiral. I like that.
Yeah. And yours would be obviously like Skibbity.
Creamy boy, maybe. Been on a ninja creamy cake.
And then we have to put weight class, current walking weight, all of our reach stats, fighting out of, country-born ethnicity, our professional and amateur records, which might immediately disqualify us. Really interesting in marital status, divorce is pre-checked. So I wonder if they really know their audience at the UFC. And then, and then you have to list your 3 most recent fights with opponents, win-losses, and date and organization. So personally, I would probably not be able to fill a lot of this out.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to fill a lot of it out without making a lot of it up, I'll say.
This would be
fun. I could get it done.
What? So biographical information. Describe your current day-to-day life. Tell us about your family, job, etc. Why are you a fighter? Describe your upbringing. What's the biggest challenge in your life?
There were years my father didn't make $100,000 or barely made $100,000.
What does a UFC contract mean to you? And then I think we'd be like, well, we get to go free to some of the fights.
Well, yeah, it would be, a substantial pay cut, especially because I'm not getting any win bonuses. I'm just getting
precisely.
money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I could picture there being like some just terrible, terrible, terrible mistakes and errors in judgment that get us on this show. And it's like all fun and games until we end up in the octagon across from like an actual animal. And then it just like jump cuts to, I guess, our families in mourning or something.
Yeah. Leaving my wife and son just husbandless, fatherless.
Yeah. I'll take
that's assuming you survive.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Oh, man. Honestly, we need to wait until they're doing a flyweight season. And we both need to gain like 50 pounds before that. And then show up, like, just lie. show up and then we're not allowed to fight because we're like
We're just way too overweight.
60
There's
pounds
like,
over the weight
like,
limit.
can you picture us
That's
walking in and
how we save face.
Dana being like, "Who the fuck are you guys? Like, we're here, like, belch and throw a beer can in the corner. We're here to fight, man." Oh man,
Oh,
I've got some bonus
The-
segments here. Oh, go ahead.
the season before that, season 30. Oh no, 33 is the one with Chael and Cormier. So you're talking about
Believe so. Yeah.
those are applications. So are they taking applications for 33 or 34?
I think
It's got to be 34. I think they already filmed 33 because it premieres May 27th.
Oh, does it?
Or do they put it out like weekly as it's being filmed, or is it already done when they put it out? But it comes out the Chael and Cormier season comes out May 27th.
Yeah. Okay. So that's big.
exciting. We need to get that on the calendar.
I think that it
For you and me
probably
to watch.
comes out because they do the championship live on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So it probably is not finished. If it is filming now, I doubt it's finished now, but it might be happening in more real time. They have the ability to do that, I think. So,
But so then I would think that means that I would think they've already cast that season and the applications
Perhaps.
must be for the next one, but maybe not.
well, you probably want, like in this game, you'd probably want to get people a little bit closer to the filming date because it's not just like, do they, look good and stuff, but it's like, are they actually in shape to fight? Like, for example, you wouldn't want to select us and then have us show up a few weeks later, 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
A couple bonus segments to wrap us up.
Okay.
In the What's Up With That corner, Dan Hooker's hand is perhaps cursed. I don't know if you remember. I think this is the third time his hand has gotten messed up. But the last time, I believe that it like got completely shattered in a fight. Like his
To take something from the man I mention far too often, Chael Sonnen, and then completely spin it into something else. His hand has the same problem. It's not a curse. His hand has the same problem the rest of his body has. It's attached to a completely insane, psychotic, savage animal. That's why his hand keeps exploding. He keeps punching people in the head too hard, probably punching steel beams and goodness knows what else. That's, I think, the problem with his hand.
I like it. Yeah, I think that's totally true. It'll be interesting to see as his career goes on if he continues to have issues with his hand that somehow are related to his head.
That clip of him in his corner between rounds, I don't even remember who he's fighting, like Chandler, Poirier, I don't know, where he's like just laughing like the Joker.
I love boys. That's
like,
so good.
that lives rent free in my head. I think about it every time I see his name.
Which is why we really need to see Gaethje and Hooker fight someday on a more serious note.
Yes.
Bonus segment number 2, the I guess we'll call it like the fan freaks watch out. Because, obviously you're going to have a ton of Pereira's fans in the building. And then you've got Gaethje's Let's Bleed all over the place cult. So couple good groups of fans to watch as the fights come to a close around midnight. And then I've got a silly prediction that we're going to get a good Alex Pereira meme out of this.
Ooh,
somehow or
I like that. That's a fun prediction.
Like something like this, or
Did you see
beat
that? Did you see that clip of him at a restaurant a few weeks ago where the waiter brings him his food and sets it down and he does like the thing a couple times to Pereira? It was great.
So good. I think that's what we got for 313. I don't know. I think that we should maybe try and do one of these a week. And this one was 43 minutes long. We could probably shoot for a little shorter since there's not much to cover. But I'm sure
we also kind of did 2 cards like a little bit. So
So I dig it. Maybe there will be some fun stuff to cover on the fight night from Vegas, and then who knows? I'll start flagging some Twitter posts of all these maniacs.
We're gonna do a special in-person episode with special guests, hopefully, in Las Vegas for International Fight Week. We have to do it.
shoot, we need to announce to our two fans that we're actually going to be in attendance at International Fight Week. So we'll be around. If
I wonder how much it is to set up a booth at UFC X. Maybe, it's an investment. We can sign autographs, people come say hello,
we should get like matching shirts and just like fake press passes, and then we'll just pretend like we can get our buddies to swarm us and like ask for autographs constantly to get a frenzy started. So,
all right, I am going to look into that. Not
Great.
Seriously, but I'm curious.
But I think we should look into it.
But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I think I can bring my GoPro with the light and the mic and all that on it. And we can maybe do some like on the spot in person, like quick, Ina drama style silly bites with the fighters when we meet them,
I dig it. Let's get some questions that they've probably never been asked before started. Some like
sounds good.
Yeah, Nina drama without the boobs questions.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I am willing to take my clothes off.
Yeah, but I just don't have boobs. So not the good kind anyway. Okay, it's probably time to end this.
Yeah.